Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Weekly Top 10. In today's video, we're having the top 10 scariest flights ever. At number 10, we have the US Airways Flight 1549. On January 15th, 2009, an Airbus 320 departed from New York's LaGuardia International Airport. Minutes after leaving LaGuardia Airport, they were forced to make an emergency landing in the Hudson River. Pilots Chesley Sullenberg and Jeffrey Skiles managed to put the plane down and all 155 passengers survived. Only some of them had injuries. Number 9. Ethiopian Flight 961. On November 23, 1996, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 961 was hijacked by three men. The plane was going from Ethiopia to Kenya. The hijackers told the pilot to go to Australia or they would blow up the plane. The pilots obeyed, then the plane ran out of fuel and the plane had to do a water landing in the Indian Ocean. 125 of the 175 passengers and crew on board died. Number 8. Aloha Airlines Flight 243. On April 28, 1988, a plane going from Hilo to Honolulu, there was an explosive decomposition in flight which caused the roof of the plane to blow out, but it was able to land safely at Kauai Airport on Maui. Number 7. United Airlines Flight 826. On December 28, 1997, a plane going from Japan to Hawaii at an altitude of 31,000 feet or 9,400 meters, the plane received reports of clear air turbulence. Some moments later, the aircraft suddenly dropped around 100 feet or 30 meters, making everything jump around the cabin. There were 18 injuries, 15 passengers, and 3 crew members. Number 6. Air Transat Flight 236. On August 24, 2001, a plane going from Toronto to Portugal lost all power when flying over the Atlantic Ocean. This power loss was due to a fuel leak caused by improper maintenance. The pilots Robert Peach and Dirk Desjager managed to land the plane safely in Azores in Portugal. Number 5. TWA Flight 847. On June 14, 1985, a plane going from Cairo to San Diego, it was hijacked by members of the Islamic Jihad. Shortly after the takeoff from Athens, the passengers and crew endured a 3-day intercontinental ordeal. Dozens of passengers were held hostage over the next 2 weeks until released by their captors after their demands were met. Number 4. Piedmont 1489. In August 1989, passengers aboard Piedmont Flight in 1489 found out how scary a stretched landing gear can be. The passenger jet was preparing for land in North Carolina when the pilot noticed one landing gear was jammed. No matter what the crew tried, it wouldn't come down. The pilot even grew so desperate as to touch down on one gear and bump the plane up and down to loosen the other. To no avail. In the end, passengers had to endure a bumpy and loud one-geared landing, which fortunately ended happily for all. Number 3. British Airways Flight 9. On June 24, 1982, a plane going from London Heathrow to Auckland flew into a cloud of volcanic ash thrown up by the eruption of Mount Gallon, resulting in the failure of 4 engines. The aircraft was able to glide far enough to exit the ash cloud and all engines were restarted, allowing the aircraft to land safely at the airport in Jakarta. Number 2. Northwest Airlines Flight 253. On Christmas Day 2009, passengers aboard Northwest Airlines Flight 253 from Amsterdam to Detroit faced a terrifying situation. First, as the plane prepared to land, passengers smelled smoke. Then they noticed a fire where one of the passengers was sitting. When some people approached the seat where a man was sitting, they quickly realized that it wasn't a fire, but an attempt to detonate a bomb sewn under his underwear. Passengers restrained the would-be bomber and ensured the plane landed safely. Number 1. TACA Airlines Flight 110. On May 24, 1988, a plane traveling from Belize to New Orleans lost power in both engines. The first pilot, Captain Carlos Dardenau, had only one eye due to crossfire on a small flight in El Salvador in a civil war. Both pilots made a successful dead stick landing on a grass leaf, with no one aboard sustaining more than minor injuries. So guys, this was the end of today's video. Hope you have liked it. Comment below what top 10 you would like to see next, and I will see you next time. Peace!